Hey guys, Watt007 here, back with a brand new Duel Links video. Today we're going to be talking about some of the new stuff that just came out to Duel Links last Tuesday. I would appreciate it to make a video talking about the update when it came out on Tuesday, but I was currently out of town on the Tuesday because it was 4th of July for me. And I guess just for fun, let's do a question of the day in today's update video. Question of the day: if you live in America, what did you do during the 4th of July? And if you don't live in America, what did you do besides, like, what did you do during your last Tuesday? But yeah, let's get going on today's video. So, Duel Links on Tuesday did a couple new awesome updates. They added some new structure decks that just came out, and they added revamped Duel Links ranked duels. This is awesome. We're gonna have a probably 10-15 minute episode today. Let's get going. So there's a lot of issues right now. There's issue. I think they updated this enter PvP arena. Yeah, they fixed that. I had that glitch a couple times. Fun. There's a survey for the Fear Deck of Terror that was alright. Apparently there's cheating that happened in the World Championship final qualifiers. That's kind of, I mean, I'm not surprised, but it does suck that people did that. And then also, let's go for what we want to talk about, the ranked duels updated campaign underway. So this happened on July 4th. In order to invigorate the PvP environment of Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links, we made a large-scale update to ranked duels. For details, please tap the button below. And then before we click on that, there's this cool thing. Not only that, but in the campaign celebration of the ranked duels revamp is underway, special event missions for ranked duels have been added. So this is all the card sleeves and stuff. Honestly, this is super easy, guys. So even if you're like a little shy of ranked duels, I would say, God, just play ranked duels for fun. Ranked duels just reset, so everyone's at rookie rank, so you can battle some pretty easy players, and you can easily you just got to duel. You don't even have to win for these mats, and these mats look like they look nice. There you go. It's been a little bit since I did a commentary. But yeah, my favorite mat is the Felgrand Dragon and the card sleeves and mats. So that's cool. But let's get going to the rank duels details. Okay, so right now the ranked duels have undergone a revamp. They are now more accessible and have better rewards. Join in on the fun. The new ranked duels can be enjoyed by everyone from beginner to veteran. New features: cumulative victory rewards, tickets you can trade for cards of your choice, or rank up rewards, and new rank legend rank. So what's really cool about all this stuff right here is that when you play ranked duels and you win, there's a ladder of just stuff that you can get for it now, and I think it's gonna reset every season, which is really cool. But you get these tickets that you can trade for certain cards, and we'll get more onto that real quick. I'll show you the whole tier list of all the rewards that you can get, but here's some of the cards that you can earn once you unlock the S from these tickets. So there's different tickets for each card rank except for ultra rare. So there's an SR ticket, there's an R ticket, and there's an N ticket. So let's go on some of these cards that you can potentially purchase for whatever ticket you got. So first off, we have the Behemoth, the king of all animals. This is a 7-star Earth Beast effect monster with 2,700 attack points and 1,500 defense points. This card can be normal summoned or set with 1 tribute. In that case, the original attack becomes 2,000. When this card's tribute summon, you can return from your graveyard to the owner's hand a number of beast-type monsters equal to the number of tributed monsters. That's pretty cool. So basically, you can just fish out for your beast monsters that are in your grave with this guy, and it's potentially 1 tribute. That's really cool. Next up, we have the next card. It's the Ant-Eater Eating ant. It's the Ant-Eater eating ants. There you go. It's like no space between the names, so it's like hard to tell. But if you can see it, whatever. Oops. So this is a 5-star Earth monster with the insect effect. This card cannot be normal summoned or set. This card cannot be special summoned except by sending 2 or more spell cards you control to the graveyard. You can destroy 1 or spell trap card your opponent controls. If you activate its effect, this card cannot attack during your turn. So this is pretty cool. So first of all, to summon this guy, you need to send 2 spell trap cards that you control from the graveyard. I think that's going to be a little difficult because they have to be they have to be continuous or equip. So maybe you can find some combo for that probably. Lucky Iron Axe combo could probably work. You can draw cards. And then when you do summon this, you can destroy 1 spell trap card your opponent controls. If you activate its effect, this card cannot attack during the turn. So this card's decent for destroying back row. I don't know how good this will be for insect decks. If anyone plays an insect deck that's watching this video, you can give insight to me, because I don't know much about the insect engine per se. Next up, we have Perfect Machine King. This is a 8-star Earth Machine effect monster, and it gains 500 attack for each other machine type monster in the field. So this card with 2 other machines on your field can potentially get to 3,700, which isn't terrible. Nothing too crazy, honestly, with this card. It might be decent with machines. Well, I mean, that's what it's built around, but I don't know if anyone would really play it. We'll see. Next up, we have Covering Fire. This is a trap card. During the damage step, while opponent monster is attacking a monster you control, target one other monster you control. The attacked monster gains attack equal to the target's attack during the damage step only. Cool. So let me just reread this in my head real quick. During the damage step, while opponent's monster is attacking a monster you control, target one other... Okay, that's cool. So basically, if you have two monsters on the field, if one of yours is about to die, you can play this trap card. And for example, if you had, let's just say Blue Dragon Summoner, 1500 attack. For whatever reason, if you wanted to keep him alive and you had a Blue Eyes White Dragon on your side of the field, you can play Covering Fire. And when your opponent's attacking you with maybe like a 1900 Neo Magic Swordsman, boosted with Power of Dark, when your opponent's attacking you, instead of your Blue Dragon Summoner about to die, it can gain the same attack as your Blue Eyes when you play that card, because you just do that. So it's a nice way to combo cards and keep your monsters on the field. That's not a terrible trap card. I can see people running it. Also, technically, Blue Dragon Summoner would be 1700 because of the Power of the Dark on the field. Anyways, let's move on. Next up, we have Rare Metal Dragon. This is a 4-star Dark Dragon monster. Cannot be normal summoner set. This card might not be terrible to say. It can run really well with Komodo Dragon. That's the first thing that popped in my head when I saw this card. So I might pick up a couple copies of Rare Metal Dragon, honestly, and see what you can do with the Rare Metal Dragon deck. It'd be nifty, but other than that, I don't know what any other ways to special summon a dragon real quick. I don't know, Rare Metal Dragon's nothing too crazy. If you get it out, though, it's nice. 2400, 4-star, it's awesome. Anyways, next up we have always Loister Meister. There you go, this is a fish monster, 3-star water fish effect monster with the effect, if this card sent to the field to the graveyard, except when destroyed in battle, special summon one oyster token. Level 1 tech, okay. Not terrible. So powered with Umi, it'll be 1800. When it dies, you can special summon a oyster token. That's not terrible. Next up, now let's go to End Zombie. This is a 4-star dark zombie type monster with the effect during your standby phase. You can pay 500 life points. Add this card from your graveyard to your hand. You must have no cards in your hand to resolve to activate its effect. Not terrible. During your standby phase, you can pay 500 life points. Add this card. Honestly, this is kind of lame. I don't really care about too much about this card. It is an end card after all. Maybe it could see play at some point, but it's kind of like, eh. Anyways, next up we have Eagle Eye. When this card's normal summoned successfully, no trap cards can be activated. Nifty. Yeah, so this is just a 3-star win. This is probably more useful than the Return Zombie. And also, I accidentally skipped your boy Mad Gyre Panda. It's a 4-star Earth Beast effect monster with the effect each time your beast type monster on the field destroyed, gives card game final attack. Nothing crazy. Honestly, I don't really care about Return Zombie that much, but those last two normal cards were not too bad. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the whole PvP. Before we get onto the structured deck that are out, let's go to the PvP arena real quick so we can look at some of the rewards. So first of all, I played got the silver rank one in the ranked duels, pretty nifty. I've been taking L's from these stupid My Valentines. It's been a train wreck. I'm not a good duelist in Duel Links, but besides that, let's get onto the details and rewards that are out. So basically, this is how it works. So you get these accumulated rewards. Each time you win a duel, it'll go to your accumulated rewards. And when you hit certain tiers of victories, you get prizes. So when you win one time, you get 3,000 gold. When you win 2 times, you get an end ticket. If you win 3 times, you get gems, etc., etc. And then eventually, if you win up to 100 times, you can have all these prizes, and you can get a prismatic. Like, basically, the stuff you want to look out for is that you can get and normal tickets. You can get a normal and a glossy one. There's 2 rare versions of it. You can get a rare and a glossy rare. Then you can get a super rare and a super glossy ticket, which is awesome. And also, when you rank up into the ranks, you also get gems for that, which is awesome. I appreciate that. I'm gonna get when I get 500 gems, I'm gonna buy the other structure deck that I haven't bought yet, which I'll talk about soon. But this is really cool. So with these SR tickets, if you go over here, you can view rewards, and the cards that we just talked about, that's not only what you can get for these tickets. So you can get your boy Gyre Panda, Return Zombie, and where's that, the Billow Birdie thing. But you can also get, if you really want, you can get Ancient Leaf. You can get this amazing bug. You can get Lava Battle Guard, and you can get Shark Cruiser and Swamp Battle Guard. So you can get those things. Because what's really nice about this thing is that when you're looking through these, apparently, all these like tickets that you can potentially get, these are cards that you can get from drops from battling the people, the duelists at the gate. So if you're having a difficult time farming against certain duelists for their rare, super rare, and end cards, you can trade one of these tickets for one of those cards. Like for example, if I wanted to, I don't have any copies of Goblin Thief. If I wanted to make a Cancer Taya burn before she gets quick scoped by the rank thing or whatever, I can, run Goblin. I can get finally 3 copies of Goblin Thieves to just run that Cancer. Because I have like almost all the requirements for running Taya Cancer. I just want to at least try it, but I need 3 Goblin Thieves for that. So you can buy them instead of farming them, which is really cool. Which means you can finally get enemy controllers from this too. You can get enemy controllers. I only got 1 copy. I'm probably gonna buy a couple more. Which is really awesome. You can get, where's that? This card's really good. You can get Champion's Vigilance now without farming against your boy Seto Kaiba. This ticket system's amazing because it makes it where it's like not as bad as farming. Dude, I would even consider getting Sage's Stone, honestly. Dude, running that's awesome. Bro, this is awesome. This feature is amazing. You can finally, if you're trying to finish your Gravekeepers, you can get certain Gravekeepers that you want. Dude, this system's really cool. This SR ticket system is amazing. It's going to help out people who just are unlucky with farms and actually work hard and rank duels and gets these like little tickets, can potentially get, stuff like that. So this is awesome. Hopefully you can do this each season too, because now ranked duels last a whole season, which is like about a month. Hopefully when the season resets, you can do this all over again, which is amazing. I love this feature. Ranked duels is 10 times better now. So exciting. Now, let's talk about another thing that is pretty cool that I am super glad that Konami did. They decided to add some structure decks. This is amazing. So first of all, you got Sorcerer's Alliance and you got Dragonic Force. Let's talk about them. So basically, this is for new players and for players that need some that can boost up their certain decks. Basically, Yugi and Kaiba have their own decks that's powered up through their abilities to power the dark and peak performance. This, we have Sorcerer's Alliance, which is really nice. It has some awesome cards. So this is the main monster that's going to be in that site, or in the Magician decks. It's Trance the Magic Swordsman. It's a 6-star Earth spellcaster, vanilla type, 2600 attack. This is the strongest one tribute currently in the game, beating Summon Skull. And this thing's great because you can just get all 20 of these cards for 500 gems. That's amazing. That is amazing. So you got 1 copy of him. You got 2 copies of this guy called the Man with a Vedette. This is a 4-star dark spellcaster monster. When you normal summon this card during each of your battle standby phases, select 1 set card on your opponent's side of the field, pick it up, look at it, and return to its position. This isn't terrible. Power dark on the field. This is a 1800, and you get to search your opponent's back row. You got 2 copies of this. This card's actually pretty cool. It's Magical Undertaker. When this card's flipped, you can target 1 level 4 or lower spellcaster monster in your graveyard, special summon that target. This card's actually pretty cool. You get to special summon something. That's awesome. I actually like that a lot. So you get 2 copies of that. But well, we get 3 copies of Neo the Magic Swordsman. Yes, this is awesome. 3 copies of Neo the Magic Swordsman is going to be amazing. 1700, 1900 with Power of the Dark. That's awesome. Next up, you got the Spell Wall. This card's pretty interesting. There's 2 copies of this. When you activate this card, you get to activate one of these effects. Your opponent takes no further damage this turn. So you get the choice of, during this turn, no summon of a spellcaster type could be negated. When a spellcaster monster is summoned, your opponent cannot activate cards or effects. Target 1 spell, and then the second one you can choose target 1 spellcaster monster you control. If it attacks this turn, your opponent cannot activate cards effectively and the damage for that. I like this card a lot. This basically tells you can attack your opponent's monsters and they can't do anything about it. They take no damage, but they can't do anything about it. So that could like be very helpful in this sense, just to get past your opponent without worrying about stuff. We got a couple copies of Book of Secret Arts. I don't really care. I already have 3 copies of it, so it's like, eh. We got 1 copy of Destructive Draw. I don't know why they added this card, but I'll read it out for you. So this continuous trap, it's when either player has no cards in their hand at the start of the draw phase, they can draw 1 more card in addition to a normal draw. This controller loses 700 life points during their end phase. If less than 700, they become 0 instead. When this phase of cards removed from the field, inflict 300 damage to a player that controls it. This is kind of iffy for me. I don't like this card that much. Like, 4,000, like, if you lose this card, you're basically screwed. and you lose 700 life points during their end phase. It's like, ugh. The only thing that would make this useful, is there a card in this that like lets you like swap destructive draw to your opponent's side of the field? I'm not sure, but I don't think I muted the mic in time. I just sneezed right there. Sorry about that. Next up, we have a trap card called Soul Rope. When a monster you control is destroyed by a card effect sent to the graveyard, except during the damage step, pay 1,000 life points, try to summon a level 4 monster for your deck. Oh, that's really cool. Huh. That's kind of a gamble at the sense because it needs to get killed by a card effect, so I don't see much play into this card, but it's really cool. Yeah, it's just any level 4 monster. This is pretty splashable. If there's a meta where card effect starts to be pretty like prominent in Duel Links, this card might see some play. But for now, it's not. I don't see it being that much in play. Still nice though. Next up, we got Ready for Intercepting. This card's already been in the game. Target one warrior's spellcaster type monster on the field. Changes that to face down position. It's all right. It's all right. Rope of Life is, I think, pretty decent. When a monster is destroyed by battle and sent to your graveyard, discard your entire hand. Target one of those monsters, special summon, and if you do, gain 100 attack. So I guess Rope of Life combos with Destructive Draw. You lose all of your cards in your hand, and then you play Destructive Draw. That's probably why they added Destructive Draw to it, but I probably would not want to play Destructive Draw. And then last but not least, we have this guy, the Lusorius. Lustery? Can't pronounce the freaking word. It's just some lame not forecasting cost. Jesus Christ, this is Yu-Gi-Oh, not Magic. 4-star Dark Spellcaster monster. Nifty. So this is pretty nifty. I honestly probably gotta buy it just for the Neo Magic Swordsman and probably that car. And nothing else, honestly. Next up, we got this structure deck is broke, my boys. This structure deck is just really freaking good. Dragonic Force. This deck is like, what were they like? Compared to like Yugi, this deck's amazing. This is the Dragonic Force deck. It comes with its boss monster is Felgren Dragon. This card's alright. This is not why this deck's really good, but I'm gonna read it anyways. This is an 8-star Light Dragon monster, cannot be special summoned except from the graveyard and only if it's sent there for the field. This card special summon target one monster in graveyard. This card gains attack equal to the monster's level times 200. So this is pretty nifty. So you can tribute to like normal. With the power peak performance, it'll become at 3,000. But yeah. But the only downside is this card can only be special summoned from the graveyard. But if you do pull this off, you can target one monster in graveyard on the card, and this card gets a pretty good boost. This card's not terrible. It's pretty interesting. Next up, we have Celtic Dragon of Nuta 4-star Light. Once per turn during either player's turn, with this face-up card targeted by a spell, trap card, or card effect, special summon one dragon normal monster from your hand, deck, or graveyard, makes attacks 0. This card's cool. I like this effect. It combos with another card that's in your deck that I'll talk about soon. But this becomes a 1900 beat stick for dragons. This is amazing. This deck comes with a bunch of 1900 beat sticks for dragons. It's so good. This deck's so good. Next up, this game gives you one copy of Exploder Dragon. This card's awesome. I like this card a lot. Exploder Dragon's a 3-star Earth monster with the effect. When this card is destroyed by battle to the graveyard, destroy the monster that destroyed it. Neither player takes battle damage of attacks following this card. Bruh. This is a guaranteed just troll card. It's a better Yomi ship in a sense almost. It's great. It's great. I like this card. Next up, we got 2 copies of Wada Dragon. This is a 2500 6-star light dragon monster. Very nice. And yeah, it just has a bunch of random text. I guess you can pause it if you want to read that, but something crazy. Next up, we got this is so happy. This deck gives you 3 copies of this card right here. Hunter Dragon is a 3-star dark dragon. 1700, so you get to 1900. This card, Hunter Dragon, so good. Combo this with Order to Charge, you are destroying your enemies with dragons. Like, this is amazing. I'm really glad that they added Hunter Dragon. Finally, some dragon type. It mixes well with Celtic, the dragon, because you can special summon one of them from your deck if you want to. Next up, we got Advanced Zone. This card's kind of interesting. Once per turn during the end phase of any turn, you tribute summon a monster. You can apply these effects and sequence based on the number of monsters you tributed for the tribute summons this turn. So, if you tribute one monster, you can add the effect. Destroy one set card your opponent controls. If you tribute 2 monsters, you get the draw card, and if you want, you can destroy one set card your opponent controls. If you tribute 3 monsters, you can add 1 monster to the graveyard to your hand, you can draw a card, and you can destroy a set card your opponent controls. Not too bad. Next up we have Advanced Force. It's a continuous spell card. You can tribute 1 level 5 or higher monster. Just tribute summon a level 7 or higher monster. Basically, it's like a tier level. Hunter Dragon, ya boy Wada Dragon, and Veilgrand Dragon. Very nice. Next up, we got a couple copies. Dragon Treasure, nothing too crazy. This card is nifty. These traps that they added that are rare are awesome. First of all, this one's Trident Ring. Target 1 Dragon-type monster in the field. Equip this card to it. Gains 400 attack and defense. Also can make up to 2 attacks of monsters during each battle phase. Once per turn during the end phase, if the monster equipped with this card by this effect attacks opponent monster this turn, destroy this card. And this card is awesome. I love using this card. I used this a couple times in ranked, and it's just so much fun. You get your blue eyes white dragon on the field, pop with this card, you're destroying your opponent's monsters. It's amazing. I love this card. It's pretty good. And then this card is 10 times better. So you get 2 copies of this card, which is nice, but you only get 1 copy of this. But Dragon's Rebirth, my boys. Dragon's Rebirth is a trap card. Target 1 dragon-type monster you control. Banish that target. And if you do special summon 1 dragon-type monster from your hand or graveyard. Dude, this is amazing. This is splashable. Like, this card's built for, like, you know, this card right here. But yeah, I get that. But, like, still, Dragon's Rebirth so good. It's so splashable. This is, like, the card that you want to get, and you'd be willing to buy three Dragonics for us just for this card right here. Dragon's Rebirth is so good. So amazing. Next up, we got this 4-star Dark Monster. Just some vanilla dragon. 1700 boost up. And then we have Tar for a tribute. Select a monster on the side of the field, so the graveyard creature life points with equal amounts to attack a monster. It's alright. I know that though. I think the Dragonic Force is 10 times better than the Sorcerer's Alliance, but I'm still going to buy the Sorcerer's Alliance just to boost up some of my magicians, because it comes with some nice magicians and stuff. But yeah, that's a long update video just talking about all the stuff that just came out in Duel Links. If you guys watched to the end somehow, I hope you enjoyed. If you haven't already, be sure to leave a like on the video. And if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to the channel for more Duel Links content. But I'm going to get out of here, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching today's episode, and I'll see you guys till the next one. Goodbye. Adios.